Hey everyone, it's new guitar day. So here's what I did. I bought two Fender Squier Classic Vibe 50s and 60s Stratocasters. One from Fender directly and one from Sweetwater. And the logic was, let's see if there's a difference. Is there a difference buying direct? It's an interesting idea now that Fender is selling direct. The idea is that now you get it straight from Fender, but what does that really mean? So I picked Sweetwater because Sweetwater claims to do a 55-point evaluation on the guitar. They also include actual pictures. If you're interested on the backstory of this video, go ahead. You can see right here in this clip that I leaked it on Facebook and Instagram last week. You can click the links down below and watch the video of me ordering the guitars. So let's start with Fender. Now the first thing I want to show you guys when you look at this box is that what I'm looking for is what I call retape. So what that means is this tape with this musical lettering, well I guess it's musical notations I should say, musical notations, has never been cut or opened. Now the reason I know that is because I've seen 1,000 of these boxes in my past. And I can also tell on Sweetwater that that same original tape is here, but it was cut and then retaped with Sweetwater tape. So they have been in this box. We'll see what they did with it, but that's another thing. So let's go ahead and open the Fender box. Okay, so first things first. It's not in tune, so we'll go into that. Now, we'll save that for last, right? So, condition of the guitar, I am seeing no flaws. The factory did well. No buffing compound left. This is actually crafted in China, so it's made in China. So let's go to the next guitar. Okay, so now we have the Sweetwater guitar. Now this, the Fender one was the 60s, this is the 50s. The 60s was in the tobacco burst. This is in the cool green metallic with painted headstock. This one has the person who inspected mine. It's Kobe Huff. Okay, Kobe, let's see how you did. So, it's in tune. That's actually cool, it's in tune. So, same thing, crafted in China and backed by Fender. No visible issues. And when I say that, I'm not just looking for scuffs. I'm looking for buffing compound. Basically lack of completion, and finish flaws, issues, paint discolorizations. This guitar is fantastic right off the bat. I mean, they both feel great, but this guitar is cool. This is for sure a cool guitar for the price. Action's good. You know, I mean, personally, I'd like it a little lower, just a little bit, but I can already tell that, yeah, everything's fine. Okay, so now we have the two guitars. So let's compare them. Okay, so this one's a little lighter. This one is lighter. Again, that's nothing that the people that shipped it to you can have control over. That's just factory specs change. Necks are very familiar, which is interesting because I would assume the 50s would have been a thicker neck. Both have the 9" and 1/2" radius. Funny enough, this has the block. I think Kobe kept my foam block, but that's okay because I'd rather have it in tune. And I know what you're saying, it can't come in tune all the way from China, but you know, to be honest with you, I've had guitars shipped from Japan that are actually perfectly set up and in tune all the time. So let's plug them in and hear them. I like that both of them have the bridge against the body. You know, what's funny is if I didn't get this guitar and see that that's how the factory shipped it, I would assume that Sweetwater did that. Pickup heights are different, so maybe Sweetwater could adjust the pickups, but actually, believe it or not, these pickups are way too high, and these pickups are just right. So this pickup is correct. Now, pickup heights, I've always said this before, that's a preference. There's no, you know, I know manufacturers set guidelines, but really it's preference, but these literally, this middle pickup is so high, it's almost touching the strings. So that's a no-go, that's got to come down. And like I said, I would lower all three a little bit. Huh. We're going to check the intonation on these because, interesting enough, this looks correct for intonation purposes. I mean, every guitar is slightly different, but generally the same. And this guitar looks really whacked. So we're gonna take a look to see what happened. So the first thing about this guitar that I want to point out is the intonation is out. It is bad. And once I tune the guitar up, the tension on the strings pull the neck, so you have too much relief because the action is too high now. So that needs to be addressed. So the verdict on this guitar is it would require a full setup. So if you got this guitar from Fender.com, you can expect to add at least a setup fee. And like I said, that includes intonation. It's a little sour there. And that's the intonation being out. And so those saddles need to be adjusted. You can actually, like I said, I could tell visually because the saddles are almost straight across, like they were just randomly put into position with no thought whatsoever. And actually looking at it now, there is a flaw in the finish. I thought it was packing dust. I will show you right here in the picture. I'll put a picture right there for you to see. You can see it's a little speck, but it's underneath the finish. And it looks like when they clear coated something underneath the finish. So, is that the end of the world? No, I wouldn't send it back for that. I mean, you know, sometimes guitars need a little character. I would put this against any of my Strats on the wall. Any of my American Strats. I mean, just fantastic. Great guitar. Both of them are very great for the quality. That's great. Okay, so there you have it. The Sweetwater guitar versus the straight from Fender guitar. So what's interesting is both guitars were $399, the same price. So with Sweetwater, what you got was the attention to detail to go ahead and take it out of the box, look at it, verify everything's fine, even tune it up. I dare say, based on what I see, they had to have set it up, right? Unless, like I said, it could have been luck of the draw. This guitar came right from the factory, and this didn't come correctly from the factory. But, you know, I can't, you know, I know it's sometimes when you're doing tests like this, you need to pull a bigger sample size. But to be honest with you, I mean, I only have so many resources to do this. So interesting enough, I would definitely give the win to Sweetwater. I'm happier with my purchase from Sweetwater than I went from Fender Direct. I'm really actually interested in the Fender Direct thing because it's really confusing to me. I basically paid the same price as having a retailer, but I had the service of the retailer. So it's an interesting idea buying direct from a manufacturer but not receiving any extra benefit from it. So I can't really say that was an overall great experience. Now, all that being said, I should point out that the quality that Fender has chose to do out of the Fender factory, or the Chinese factory, the quality that they're getting. Obviously, I can't take away from the fact that they are either way, both these guitars come from the same entity, which is Fender. So Fender has done a bang-up job of picking a great factory and making sure that factory does great QA. Like I said, even with the flaws in this guitar, it's not uncommon to buy a guitar at any price point and not to need immediate setup or adjustments. Guitars generally are shipped with the concept of they don't know where they're going to land and how long they're going to stay in a warehouse, so it's impossible to put too precise of a setup on the guitar. But in full disclosure, I don't have any plans to do a video. If you want me to, you can put it in the comments. But I also bought the same day from Sweetwater, I ended up buying a Godin A6. That guitar is going back to Sweetwater because of the pickup was dropped inside the body, and the setup is horrendous, and it looks like I'm going to have to do a lot of work to the guitar to get it playable. So that guitar will go back. So Sweetwater did fail that kind of process. That was a different person, I should point out, than this person that signed this card. So maybe this is the better employee. So Sweetwater, Kobe Huff needs a raise. Because really, honest to goodness, I'm telling you from experience, I've opened about 1,000 Squier guitars out of boxes. I would definitely put this in the top 5 Squiers that I've ever opened out of a box. I'm starting to sound like an infomercial for Sweetwater. That's another good point to point out again. I am not affiliated or paid by any of these entities. So I hope you liked this video, and if you did, go ahead and click that subscribe button down below so you can see the other videos that I do each week. And as always, I want to thank you for your time and know your gear.